everybody. I hope, good evening, good afternoon, good morning. I hope everybody is safe wherever they are in the remote world that we live in. Welcome to today's meeting. First thing of order is we are the reading of the minutes, so we're going to need a motion for the past minutes for August 21st. Motion by Joe, second by Luella. All in favor? Aye. Future committee meetings, I will be reaching out. I finally worked out how the committee structure will be, and within probably a week I will reach out to each one of you one-on-one to discuss where I thought your strengths are to help us with the committees, with the board that we have. Because some of you have unique strengths, so let's maximize where your strengths are, put you in the committee, and we'll go from there. So I will reach out to you all in the week so everybody's comfortable, and then we'll formalize that at the next meeting on who the chairs are and who the participants are in each committee. Okay? So with that being said, there'll be a 9 o'clock pension committee on the 23rd, 9:30 A&F, and a meeting to follow. Okay, we're going to start out with the Chief Executive's report. Mr. Schultz.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. My written report that was sent out to the board on September 3rd, Chris Tuff met with the local planning committee for the Utica Downtown Revitalization Initiative. There's about $13.4 million in projects that were submitted to the state. Projects cover revitalization and redevelopment of several locations along Genesee Street. The Southeast Gateway Committee on September 8th, Chris Tuff and I met virtually with the committee members to discuss the status of projects underway in the Southeast Gateway area. Projects do include Salt City Market and the rehabilitation of the Coin Textile Building, which is kitty corner to our property. NIPTA Strategic Leadership Team on September 11th, I met virtually with NIPTA, and that's comprised of transit leaders throughout the state to discuss strategy and messaging for coming legislative session. Community outreach, on September 9th, the Essential Worker Thank You Bus was wrapped. That's actually parked out in front of the facility today, so that you guys can take a look at it. And on September 9th and 10th, I, along with several staff members, attended APTA Tech, it was called. It was a virtual conference. Some of you have been to that in the past, where it's, usually a large convention hall filled with vendors, and so it wasn't this year. It was all done virtually. Continue to do outreach to our community partners throughout the month. And then I also provided you a map today of our Circulator Bus and the logo. This is going to be a new service that we're providing in downtown Syracuse. It's going to run a constant loop on about 15 minutes service, just all the way through downtown, and it's going to serve a lot of it's going to go as far north as like the Dinosaur Barbecue, and it's going to come south as far as like the Hotel Syracuse area. It will not service the hub, it'll be close to it, and that was by design, because we really want this to be a circulator that moves people through the downtown area. And the second page there was the logo that we're using.
Now, has the local businesses, folks been happy about something?
Yeah, yeah.
I know this is something that you've been thinking about for quite some time, and I know you worked with your team here, but this is a very good benefit to the downtown businesses.
Yeah, and
residents.
We're going to be working with the downtown committee when we roll this out. It'll be sometime in October. And we'll let everybody know when that date's going to be.
What about as far as a cost to hop on that, to get off it, and all that?
What we're thinking right now is for the first 6 months, it's going to be free.
Okay, I like that.
Just to get the attraction in it. And then after that, it's going to be the same price as a regular fare.
Yeah, I think this is something, like I said, for a while, I know you've been thinking about this, and I think it takes, it's a good initiative to help not only the businesses, but also some of the local residents that live down there too, so good job,
There's a lot more
really
people
good.
living then finally, I just want to take an opportunity to thank Rob and Christine. Today's their last meeting, and I just want to thank them for all their work and commitment. You know, that's nearly 50 years of experience leaving this company in the next few days. And, you know, I just want to say thank you, and you are going to be missed.
Okay. We're gonna move into Audit and Finance Committee report. All these have been discussed in committee. All this information is send out to us well in advance to discuss. So with that being said, first thing today, during the report, a motion, presentation was done by Don Mayhoff for the property insurance renewal. A motion was made to bring it to the full board for adoption. Need a motion for adoption here. Luella, second. Robert, all in favor? Aye. Okay, Linda gave a report. Christine was also involved with the report. Linda, for her first, basically taking over the reins for the report, I thought you did a good job. So I guess good teamwork always ends up to be a good legacy. With that being said, motion was made to adopt the financial report, to move it for the full board for adoption. I need a motion. Luella, second. Joe, all in favor? Aye. Procurement manual update was worked on by Caitlin. Did a nice job, Caitlin, with that. For the authority, motion was made to approve that and bring it to the board for adoption. Need a motion here. Joe, second. Robert, all in favor? Okay, we had resolutions. First resolution was check signing authority, Linda Beata. Motion was made and approved, bring it to the full board for adoption. At this point, I need a motion. Luella, second. Joe, all in favor? Aye. Okay, another resolution authorizing Linda Beata as the treasurer management signer for M&T Bank to replace Christine. And that's resolution 3C. Motion was made to bring it to the full board for adoption. At this point, I need a motion. Robert, second. Luella, all in favor? Aye. Also, a resolution 3D, authorizing the chief executive officer to sign a grant here. Motion was made and accepted to move to the full board. At this point, I need a motion for our CEO to sign off on that. Robert, second. Joe, all in favor? Aye. One of the areas that we try to stay current with is our paratransit vehicles. We know those are very important for our community, our residents, the public that we serve. Presentation was by EJ. A motion was made to purchase of 11 paratransit vehicles to service Onondaga and Oneida counties. Motion was made to bring it to the full board for adoption. I need a motion. Robert, second. Joe, all in favor? Aye. Resolution 3F, authorizing the chief executive officer signing for a contract with New York State Department of Transportation for the amount of $1.2 million. Motion was made to bring it to the full board for adoption. At this point, I need a motion. Joe, second. Luella, all in favor? Okay. Caitlin presented, they went out with an RFP for the bus transfer cards. 2 companies responded. The low bid was electronic data magnets. So we made a motion to award contract to EVM Inc. Motion was made to bring the full board for adoption. At this point, I need a motion. Joe, second. Well, all in favor? Okay. then, there was just a minor FYI discussion. Linda, can you just mention that for the minutes again, please?
Sure. This was just authorizing for our line of credit advances, Brian Stoltz as Chief Executive Officer and Linda Beata as VP of Finance to, as of 10/1, they are the authorizers for any advances on the line of credit.
Okay, so noted for the minutes. At this point, it's something that I have a great honor to, on behalf of the board, with some sadness, with the retirement of Christine Luperto. Christine has been a good soldier, good employee of the authority. Her and I personally have worked very closely together over the years to discuss great information, challenging information, but whatever it was, it seemed that Christine and the team were able to formulate a plan of attack through some very challenging times I think the authority has gone through. Christine has served the authority well, and anytime you put in close to 25 years of any organization, it's a big part of your life. That's a big part of your life, and you know, we look back on 25 years. Sometimes I think we say to ourselves, "Where the hell did the 25 years go?" But on behalf of this board, previous boards, I've been here a long time. I want to say thank you for your service, and we wish you well in retirement, a healthy, long retirement, and relax. Thank you, Christine.
I just would like to just say thank you to all of you as well for supporting me over the years and recognizing my efforts. I do want to conclude by saying that you're only as good as the people that support you, and you have done a remarkable job of that. And I also want to say that I'm leaving you in wonderful hands. You have an amazing staff there, and I would not have been able to accomplish what I had accomplished without their having my back. So I can't say enough about the people that are going to continue on and to support the organization. There's a tremendous amount of commitment, and I have felt very fortunate to have them, as I know you do as well. So thank you so much.
Okay, thank you once
May
again.
the force be with you.
Thank you.
I need a little of that too. Okay. Okay, moving on here. We have a report by our Chief Operating Officer, Mr. Rob Luperto.
You're muted, Rob.
My last written report. Last month, they're both repetitive items from last month, but the only difference is with Central of Oneida, we had the tentative agreement. There was actually a vote. They voted to approve the one-year deal, the 2% wage-only contract for the period covering April 1, 21 through March 31st of 2022. The estimated cost of the one-year deal is about $105,000 when taking into account payroll taxes and also the increase in workers' comp costs because it's based on payroll. So it's about $105,000 for the year. So with that, we will need approval for that, Nick, from the board for the one-year deal for UPSU.
Okay. Per discussed by Rob, a motion is looking to accept the negotiations as Rob has stated. With that being said, I need a motion here. Okay, is there any, a second? Joe, Robert, Joe, any questions or discussion? It looks pretty straightforward, but Robert, do you have a question or anything? No? No. Pretty straightforward. I think at these times, stabilizing contracts is very good. And I want to thank Rob for the efforts and his team for that. It's not an easy task.
So With that, Mr. Chairman, there's also a one-year deal on the table for ATU 580. They have yet to vote. ATU 580, just as a reminder, is
Yeah.
Central of Syracuse, Oswego, and Cayuga. That is also a 2% wage and pension agreement only. So with them, because they have a little bit of a different pension, we also do the 2% with a pension for those that are in the defined benefit plan. That will also cover the periods of April 21 through March of 22, if approved and voted in favor of early next week. I believe the 28th, the vote is going to be held. So either Christopher or Joe DeGray will bring that result to you in October at your October meeting.
Yep.
Other than that, just to echo Christine, if you've read my board report,
Okay. I'm gonna say a couple words here as Rob is, we have a little technical difficulty there for a second. So I want to personally, on behalf of this board and previous boards, personal note, I've worked with Rob for a number of years. I think when I first came here, Rob was on the other side of the house. He was involved with finance, and he moved over to the operations, which was very interesting because he was able to, I think in life we learn a lot by theory, but I think we learn a real lot by practice. And Rob has taken that part of being from a practitioner standpoint and really capitalized and has done a wonderful job with this. And as I see things change over the years, we appreciate Rob and his almost 25 years of service to the authority too, and we've seen good things happen. I will miss Rob sometimes, his little excitement around the table. It might be a little bit calmer, so that's up to his wife to manage that piece of it from now on. But we really have appreciated your service to the public, because the public authority is for the public, always the betterment of our riders. And Rob, on behalf of this board and previous boards, and we want to thank you for everything that you've brought here. And like I said, I'm going to miss sometimes your excitement. It was good. Thank you, Rob. And I know now the technical difficulty has stopped. Rob, if you have any words to say, you're back on.
no, just thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you for everything, and thank you to the board and, of course, all my staff and even the union. I mean, thanks to everybody. It's impossible to do it without support across the board. So thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. Very good. Brian, any last minute words?
No, we're good.
Okay. Okay, folks, is there any old business here? Mr. Schultz, any old business? No. New business?
No, just to let you know that the thank you bus is outside. We're gonna go out and
Take a picture.
take it.
Is there any, just I was wondering, coming through, is there any plans for that corner once this building comes down?
It's not coming down. What you see standing there,
It's gonna be a shell?
they're keeping that and they're gonna expand and build off of that.
Which firm is that going to be?
JMA Wireless.
Oh, okay, very good.
Yep.
So it'd be good for the neighborhood here.
Oh, yeah, it's a
they're-
5G technology
Great.
company.
And they're looking to expand across Clinton and across
That's good.
Portland.
Yeah.
It's great, because
Expand the campus, so.
we take a lot of pride in this property that we have here, and it's nice to see that our neighbors, there'll be some life in that too.
Yep.
That's right. Robert?
Any idea about how many people they're gonna employ?
What was the number they throw out? 200, I think?
I think it was 200.
Yeah, we've had a couple of calls with them because it's gonna change the traffic pattern a little bit. And, so they've been working with us all along.
And they should be good paying jobs.
Yes, yeah.
Super. That's good for the neighborhood. With that being said, let's stay safe and healthy, and we'll see each other in another month. Thank you. That concludes our meeting. Motion for adjournment.
Bye, all.